What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. NFL news is flying everywhere, of course. The NBA, or sorry, not NBA, the NFL free agency is about to start come Monday, or at least the legal tampering period. And of course, the new league year will start on like Wednesday or something like that. And there's a lot of things going on. Guys are getting cut, and there was officially a trade that just happened. Geno Smith has been traded to the Las Vegas Raiders. Honestly, this one came as a surprise to me, although it really shouldn't, because obviously Pete Carroll did coach Geno Smith there for a little bit while he was still in Seattle. So is this the right decision? Let's go ahead and jump in and talk about it, talk about the compensation, and let's do this Geno Smith Las Vegas Raiders rebuild in Madden 25. Before we get into today's video, make sure guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. YouTube tells about 85% of the people that watch these videos aren't actually subscribed, so you do fall into 85%. Want to change that as we're on the road to 10,000 subs. That would be greatly appreciated. So Trey Hendrickson is going to get traded. DK Metcalf, of course, we already did a video on him. There's just so much content coming up, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you watch every single thing we can do on here. We're trying to just talk about all the significant moves we can get to, and then of course when everything's all said and done, we start a new look 32 team rebuild series like usual. So the Raiders trade for Geno Smith. They sent a third-round pick. My opinion, it's a little rich for my blood, but at the same magnitude, we know the landscape of the quarterback selection this offseason. The draft, not great, and the NFL free agency for quarterbacks isn't the greatest either. You have like Fields, Sam Darnold, maybe take a flyer on Mariota or Zach Wilson or something like that. The Raiders opted to trade for Geno Smith. So, and then of course, they just extended Max Crosby as well. So like I said, NFL news is flying everywhere. I'm recording this on Friday night, so by the time you're seeing this, there probably was another big thing that happened, of course, but I just did a Sam Darnold Raiders rebuild last week, so I really thought Sam Darnold would be a candidate that could land in Vegas, but instead it is Geno Smith. Now, I will be transparent with you. I don't know if we'll be sticking here with Geno Smith throughout the video. I think more than likely the Raiders maybe draft a quarterback with their early, or with the second round pick with their early second. Maybe it's Milrow, maybe it's Dart, and they groom behind Geno for a year or two, and then you could turn the team over to them. So that is my thinking. Geno has not been extended as I'm recording this, so I guess we'll see if he gets a new contract with the Raiders. I think he only has like 1 year left on his deal. With that all being said, let's jump into free agency and get started. Obviously, the Raiders have some of their own free agents to take care of, like Robert Spillane, Nate Hobbs is there, Trayvon Moehrig. So there is some guys we want to go ahead and make offers on as far as our own are concerned. And we'll go ahead and see what else we can add through free agency, which we'll get to in a second. I'll show you who we're going after. So here are the 5 offers we're making to start free agency. So Tevin Jenkins being an outside guy to bring in to start at one of our guard spots. Asante Samuel, who is the former Chargers corner. Paulson Adebo, Saints corner. Trayvon Moehrig and Robert Spillane, of course, are 2 guys that were on this team. May not get Spillane back, unfortunately. He's probably going to go back to the Chargers. Another player I fully expect to become a Raider this offseason, and he might even be signed there before this video drops, is I assume Tyler Lockett will be joining Geno. It just makes a lot of sense. Obviously, the Seahawks just cut Tyler Lockett, and Geno, or sorry, not Geno, but Lockett has affiliation to not only Pete Carroll and Geno Smith. But here are the 5 offers we are making, but I can't sign Tyler Lockett because he's still on those Seahawks technically in this file. But once things start to get churning a little bit, where guys are signing everywhere, we'll stop using the start from Super Bowl files. It just won't work when a lot of moves start to happen. But let's go ahead and see if we get all 5, or at least 4 of the 5 to sign here. Losing Spillane's going to suck, but actually he sticks around, so that's a great start. So we get our secondary looking really good with Asante Samuel, Adebo, and then Moehrig, Robert Spillane. I know Nate Hobbs is a Raiders free agent, but I was just talking to my Raiders buddy, or sorry, he's a fan of the Raiders, just talking to him on the phone, and he said he read something about Nate Hobbs not being back potentially. So I just kind of going off that maybe Nate Hobbs won't be back. So immediately that makes our O-line a little bit better, and honestly, we could probably rock with this. So Parham, Glaze, Powers Johnson, Jenkins, and Colt Miller next year, I think is fine. Again, I expect Tyler Lockett to become a Raider, so that could fill that out, but we can't make that happen, unfortunately. Definitely need a running back because Zamir White is not going to cut it. And then defensively, we got Wilkins, who will be healthy, and then Max Crosby, who will be healthy. Well, that'll look a little bit better. So we definitely need to fill out the defense a little bit more. The corner room will look a little bit better here in just a second, but we definitely need to be going after some right ends and D tackles that fit a 3-4. So Tyree Wilson will start opposite of Max Crosby, and we can also bring in a middle linebacker. So we'll make one more wave of signings in free agency for some starters, and then we can head to the draft after that. The last wave of signings here in free agency, nothing spectacular. These are just guys that are going to start immediately for us. So let's see if we get all 4 of them to sign. And I'll be 9 players acquired plus some of our own through free agency. So that is all filled out now, which looks really good. And now we can head to the draft to continue on this. Obviously, the Raiders traded a third, but they had 2 extra thirds, one of them from Devontae Adams trade. So we still should have a full slate of draft picks. I think with that early second round, we're going to try to take a quarterback. When the first round, though, we'll kind of see what we want to take. Just kind of depends on what falls on the board for us. So of course, we have the 6th overall pick, and it would be hilarious if one of the quarterbacks fell to us like Cam Ward or Shador, but they usually get picked, and they are both picked. So Abdul Carter goes to Cleveland, Travis Hunter to the Patriots, and Will Johnson to the Jaguars. So we could technically take Mason Graham. We could take Ted McMillan. Like, those are some of the guys I clearly expect the Raiders to go after. Even have some of the other edge rushers we can go after. Malachi Starks, we do need a strong safety. But Mason Graham's not someone I draft too often, and I kind of like the idea of it. Ted McMillan would make sense too, but I think Mason Graham is someone that I don't get to draft at all. So I am going to go ahead, build in the trenches here, and I'm going to select Mason Graham at pick 6. Let's get somebody who would be very good on this defense, and he'd be a great player for a long time. So welcome to the Las Vegas Raiders, Mason Graham at number 6th overall, number 3 in true value. So not a bad way to start this draft. There's a multitude of ways we could have started it, but I don't mind that idea. Round 2, though, I definitely wanted to be Milroe or Jackson Dart, but Milroe goes. So do we draft Jackson Dart with pick 38, or do we wait on next year? We could take Quinn Ewers, too. We have Ashley Jeanty still here, though. We do need a running back. Also have Benjamin Morrison. There's some pretty good options here. So we have Hampton as well, which I don't hate the idea of, because we do need a running back pretty badly. So do we take a safety? Do we take a wide receiver? A lot of different ways we could go about this. So there really is no right or no wrong answer, in my opinion. Hampton and Jeanty, I think, will both go in round 1. But the fact that one of them is here, do we take... We're not taking Bond. Morrison seems like a really good pick, too. But we do have Samuel. Oh, man, this is tough. But what wide receivers outside of Isaiah Bond is there? Because we definitely need another wide receiver. There's Trey Harris. There's Jaden Higgins as well. I think I'm going to take Hampton, though. I think that's what I'm going to go with. Jeanty, of course, makes sense, too. But I don't draft Hampton that often. Normally, I would just take Jeanty, but just to mix it up, I'm going to take Hampton. So I'm going to take Amarion Hampton, who's a beast as well. 30 in true value, drafting 38. So now we have our running back of the future next to Geno Smith, at least for now. So we're not drafting Jackson Dart. I would have taken Milroe had he fallen to 38, but he's not here. So you know what? Looks like we'll be looking for a quarterback next offseason. So Isaiah Bond, Jake Majors, Donovan Jackson, all gone. If Jaden Higgins is still on the board, I think that's what I'm going to go with here. So Kevin Winston, we do need a strong safety as well. And Jackson Dart still available as well. Jaden Higgins is still on the board. So I hope he falls around 4 and do I take Kevin Winston here at this selection? I think I'm going to take my strong safety because we have nobody there right now. So I'm going to take Kevin Winston out of Penn State and continue to build the defense. So welcome to the Raiders, Kevin Winston. And if Jaden Higgins or I guess Restrepo are there in round 4, that's probably who we'll end up taking, assuming we have a round 4 pick, and we do. So we did not take a quarterback in this draft, which is definitely a possibility for the Raiders, for sure. If the board doesn't fall in a favorable spot for them, we could still take Dart in round 3 technically. I mean, okay, so if there's no Higgins here, I think I might have to take Jackson Dart. But he's still here. I'm taking Jaden Higgins, man. I'm passing on Jackson Dart. Jaden Higgins is just too good of a talent to pass up, I think, at this point. So welcome to the Raiders. 105 true value, drafted 102. So now we have our wide receiver of the future. So that will be our offseason. We did not take a quarterback, which I think the Raiders definitely will. But who knows? Maybe they extend Geno by the time you're seeing this, and he'll be here for a very long time. But all we know for sure, he'll definitely be starting this next season for us. So here is what the lineup is looking like for year number 1. Geno under center with Hampton as a running back, Trey Tucker, Jaden Higgins. We also have Beck as well with Jacoby Myers at the wide receiver 1. Defensively, we have Mason Graham, which looks really good. Looks like we got another D tackle for depth too. We have Davenport, Wilkins, Max Crosby, Tyree Wilson, Morig, Jack Jones, Paulson Adebo, and Kevin Winston. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad. It's actually a solid looking team across the board. Will it make the playoffs? I don't know if I can say that. So let's go look. Who's our slot wide receiver for next year? So I'm going to throw Higgins there because I know slot wide receivers can be really good. I'm kind of hoping Higgins just like develops really nicely in that role. But I guess we shall see how it goes. I will see y'all at the end of year 1. I'm not changing the playbook. I'm going to rock with the Raiders playbook for now. And we'll see how it simply goes. And we'll see how much Geno regresses and all that. So I will see you guys at the end of year 1. Hopefully Pete Carroll and Geno Smith can lead us to the promised land. But I'm not holding my breath. But I'm very excited about how offseason number 1 went. Could have done a few things differently, but pretty happy for the most part on what we did. Oh my goodness. At the end of year 1, to my surprise, I didn't see a matchup. I thought we missed the playoffs. So I was like, yeah, that makes sense. But we went 13-4. Holy crap. We got the first seed in the AFC West. In the AFC in general. We won the division, obviously. And we're the first seed in the AFC West. Not what I expected, to say the least, but I guess we'll take a look to kind of see how we were this good. It looks like Hampton was top 3 in rushing yards as a rookie. That worked out well. Offensively, we were 26th in the NFL. How the hell did we finish 13-4? Our defense must have been elite. It was top 5. Wow. Okay. So 19-14 from Geno Smith. Okay. Kind of. Oh, I forgot to cut Minshew. He was cut in real life too, but I couldn't cut him earlier because he was injured. 9 touchdowns, 1,400 yards from Hampton. Brock Bowers, 900 yards, 800 from Jacoby Myers, and 600 from Jaden Higgins. Defensively, sacks-wise, we had 10 from Graham as a rookie. Wilkins got hurt last year, but contributed this year with 11 sacks. 8.5 from Crosby, 4.5 from Matos, 3 from Spillane, 3 from Davenport. So 3 interceptions from Adebo, 2 from Spillane, 2 from Jack Jones, 1 from Samuel, and 1 from Jacorian Bennett. Very interesting. To say the least, I did not expect 13-4 in year 1 without making any drastic changes with the playbook or anything, but I guess it worked. I don't know if it was really Geno Smith that did that, but we're in the divisional weekend right away. Well, it looks like we just played defense and ran the ball successfully, so old school football. I like it. Will it matter in the or will it work in the playoffs, though, is my question. Let's go ahead and jump in, and let's see how this goes. I'm definitely curious to see if we win a game here. CJ Stroud versus Geno Smith in the divisional round. Let's see how this goes. So defense gets us a stop, and as long... Okay, so now they're up 7-0. And it looks like Geno may have thrown a pick. Oh, gosh. Is this going to be like a fluky season? So, we're down 10 with a minute left. I mean, it's possible for us to get back in this. Still possible. And we'll... Okay, if we get a stop on defense, which we don't. We need a score here. Okay. And we don't get a stop on defense. So, we're going to lose 17-10 in the divisional round. Pretty shocking to see us be this good. I won't lie to you. But what it does tell me is Hampton ended up being damn good. And if we just get maybe better quarterback play, then who knows? Next year we can make it to the Super Bowl? I don't know. Didn't expect it to be this good this soon. But there's a lot of optimism heading in our direction. Will Geno Smith be resigned? We'll have to see about that. But man, was that a pretty surprising season. I was not expecting 13-4 at all. So now we're on the resigning stage, as it looks like the Cowboys may have won the Super Bowl, which is interesting. But is there any clear cut? I need to fix Max Crosby's contract as well, so he doesn't become a free agent and we lose him on accident, because obviously, as we know. So I wanted to make sure that Gardner Minshew wasn't under contract anymore, because I meant to cut him, but I just forgot to. But yeah, he's not under contract anymore, so we're chilling there. Geno Smith went down to a 73 overall, so... Yeah, I don't know if I can get behind re-signing Geno Smith, which is possible that Geno only plays 1 year with the Raiders. Like, he could, like I said, before you see this, he may have gotten extended by the time you're watching this. I don't know. It doesn't sound like it will, but I guess it remains to be seen. So I'll bring back Jack Jones. I do want to bring back Jacoby Myers as well. So let's continue with that. So Jacoby Myers, Higgins, and Trey Tucker isn't a bad core. Obviously, Cole Miller's our best offensive tackle. So yes, that is... definitely something I want to bring back. Parham, who's up to a 79 overall. So we're resigning a lot of our guys so far. But that's what happens after you go 13-4. Kyrie Wilson didn't really show me much. I don't think I'm going to do anything with that. Geno Smith, how much does he want? So it's not that expensive, but he's a 73 overall. I don't know. Do we get behind that? I'm gonna wait on it. Carlson and AJ Cole are both free agents, which you can bring both of them back. But man, I am shocked by 13-4. I did not see that coming. All right, Cole and Garner, sorry, not Garner Minshew. Carlson will be back. And just kidding, he says he's going to test free agency, which is fine. All right. Well, let's go take a look at the lineup to see maybe who went up in dev trait. I assume we have Mason Graham up to maybe the superstar X Factor, maybe. Maybe it would be great if he's X Factor. I don't know if we'll get that lucky, but he'll definitely at least be superstar if I had to guess. So AOC becomes a new quarterback right now. Hampton, I'm surprised, is not superstar. But Myers, Trey Tucker, Jaden Higgins, pretty good there. Bowers, obviously phenomenal. O-line is still good enough to me. I guess if there's one position, it would be the offensive tackle. Defensively, Graham is superstar, which is great. Wilkins is still star. Winston's up to an 80, so not too bad. Secondary actually looks pretty competent, which is awesome. But Mason Graham ended up working out right away. But we do have money in free agency, so we'll see what we can spend it on. If there's a quarterback here, or we aren't even in position to draft a quarterback because we went 13-4. This will be interesting to kind of see what we do. We'll take a look though in free agency. So we're actually not doing much in free agency. We're going to offer Geno Smith another contract because we don't even know if we'll be in position to get a quarterback. But if we're able to draft one, I don't think that's the worst case scenario. If like Lawrence Sellers is on the board or something like that. But I'm hoping to acquire Jalen Phillips to start opposite of Max Crosby to replace Tyree Wilson. We'll see if we get that to go through. And no, we do not get Jalen Phillips. So that was already a failure, which sucks because I would have loved to have had him. Rodriguez, Gay. Do we still have Odafois on the board? Let's see. No, he's gone too. Damn. So we just missed out on a pass rusher too. There's Ojabo who's young. Judon's older now. So damn, that kind of is unfortunate. Do we have other pass rushers on the board we can maybe play around with? Zadarius Smith, I guess, but he's just kind of older. AJ Espinosa. Not a whole lot I like here, not gonna lie. Jermaine Johnson would have been cool too, but probably won't work. But yeah, not a lot here as far as pass rush is concerned, so we probably have to draft that. But I think what we'll do is we'll go into the draft and we'll just kind of see what the board is looking like. If there is a quarterback to draft in round 1, I will definitely jump on it. If not, Geno might be starting another season, which is going to be interesting, but that free agency class wasn't great, not going to lie. But we definitely need a pass rush in this draft, and we need a quarterback. That's the two things I'm looking for the most at this point. So we get to pick at number 28. So low-key, going 13-4 may have been a curse because it might have taken us out of all the quarterbacks. So let's see. So we have Nico gone. It looks like Garrett Nussmeier hasn't been taken, though, if I'm not mistaken. So, and Lornell. Okay, so we might have to take Garrett Nussmeier here. I don't think he got taken. Or no, he did. I see his name now. So TJ Parker is here. We have, what quarterback options are there? So there's Drew Aller, but are we taking him round 1? There's Carson Beck, Jalen Daniels. Oh gosh, yeah, no. Talon Green, sorry. I don't know much about Talon Green. He's got elite speed though, so maybe we end up taking him, but I don't know if I can get behind taking him right now. So we may take him round 2. We have TJ Parker, we have Traore, so Sertain Perkins. I think we take TJ Parker here though. He's probably gonna have to start at left end right away, so that doesn't take us out of drafting another linebacker because we definitely could upgrade from Matos right now. The 61 true value, draft number 28. But if Talon Green's still on the board in the second round, I think I might take him. So we'll see if he's even there. But I assume with elite speed, he may not be there anymore. So let's go see. Or we rock with Geno for another year. Wasn't what I anticipated doing, but I will if I need to. So let's go see if he got taken. So he might be gone as far as I'm concerned. So no, he's still here. So we're going to take Talon Green. He's got elite speed. And we're going to hope that works out. So B deep accuracy, B short accuracy. But welcome to the Vegas Raiders, Talon Green in round 2. 118 true value, is hidden dev, 91 speed. I don't really know much about Talon Green, but I do know we need a quarterback for next year. We could have taken Drew Aller. Maybe that would have been better, but I'm going to take the chance on the elite speed quarterback and see how that goes. So now we have York still on the board. We have corner options, but I do think we might need to take like Whit Weeks here, A zone, great speed. And then what's his pursuit looking like? A to C pursuit. So he can do a little bit of everything. So I'm going to take Whit Weeks here in round 3. So that is not a bad offseason. 91 true value, 84 speed, 90 excel, 80 agility. So yeah, not bad. So I'm going to let my assistant GM take care of the rest. Looks like we may have our quarterback of the future with Talon Green. So him and a Hampton in the backfield could be scary. But we'll see what the lineup is looking like. Whether Geno is better than him still or if Talon Green will start right away. We'll see. So here is the moment of truth. Who is better overall wise? So it technically is Geno Smith. But do I start Talon Green? I think we do. We know Geno Smith isn't going to be the guy forever. So I'm going to throw Talon Green in right away at this point. So offensively, you might have to change the playbook too. We'll see if we do. Defensively, Whit Meeks is pretty good right away. Parker is going to start over Matos, but we should have a pretty damn good defense just like last year if I had to guess. So offensively, things could definitely change here. What do we change this playbook to, though, is the question. So if Talon Green's a speed guy, You know what I haven't tried before is Baltimore's playbook. And they do have Mark Andrews, so you assume the tight end would be involved. And we have Brock Bowers. So for the first time, I'm going to try to use Baltimore's playbook and see what that does. We'll leave the defense the same because it ended up working pretty well last year. There's Taylor Green as the starter. We'll see how it goes. I'm curious. I don't know. I hope he's really good right away, but we will find out. So do we have that same magic as last year? Only time will tell. I'll see you guys at the end of year number 2. So at the end of year 2, we make the playoffs again at 11-6. So that is awesome to see. Brock Bowers was really good. 92 receptions, 1,100 yards, which is kind of what we wanted to see. We get to play the Chargers in round 1. Let's go take a look at the stats. So I don't see Hampton top. Okay, so Taylor Green did start. Offensively, he was 16th in the NFL. And then defensively, we were really good against. Our defense has been phenomenal. Now, Taylor Green threw quite a bit of interceptions, but he is a rookie, so I guess we'll take it still. We had 600 yards rushing from him, 12 touchdowns, and 1,000 from Hampton. Brock Bowers was good, 1,100 yards. Trey Tucker with 500, Higgins with 500, and Jacoby Myers with 900. Sacks-wise, we have 12.5 from Crosby, 11.5 from Graham, 5.5 from Parker, 4 from Wilkins, 3 from Matos, and then 5 interceptions from Spillane, 3 from Dodson, 3 from Jack Jones, 3 from Samuel, and many more interceptions across the board. So we shall see how it goes. We're in wildcard weekend this time. So, of course, we had the bye last time and got eliminated. So hopefully this time we can go in and beat the Chargers. Went 14-3. So that is a tough thing to look at, but we'll see how it goes. They have Mike Evans as a receiver now too, so we'll see. So Justin Herbert versus Taylor Green. We didn't do well in the playoffs last year, so I mean defensively we're pretty good. We only gave up 17. We get a field goal and interception, and we're up 10-0 on the 14-3 Chargers. So I mean, we can beat this team. I feel like we can beat anybody, but we can't speak too soon. Defense so far though has been stout, and they have not allowed a single point in this game. And that's not going to change until the very end of the game, which it does not matter. It was an ugly win. 13-7 is very low scoring, but if our defense can play that well against a 14-3 team, then defense wins championships, as they say. Taylor Green only threw for 100 yards, so maybe we're just a smash mouth football team under Pete Carroll, which is kind of what Pete Carroll, is anyway. He's old school. So I don't know, man. Is the Super Bowl in our future this year? I don't know, but it's looking like it could be. And now, after we just beat the 14-3 Chargers, we now get to play a damn good Ravens team. And by the way, the reason why we put the Chargers round 1, because the Ravens had the first seed, because they went 16-1, by the way. They won 16 games. So our defense has been good, but are they going to be good enough to stop a team like the Ravens? That will be interesting. So they get a stop to start things off, force a punt, but we throw an interception and allow them short field. That's not going to work if we're going to win this game. But we tied up. And defense allows a touchdown, but we keep scoring response. We have the ball to start the first or second half, and we will. It looked like we're about to march downfield. Can we? Hey, I mean, we block a field goal, and we will take the lead 21-17. We bleed the clock. Oh my goodness. Did we just beat the Ravens? We just knocked off the 16-1 Ravens. Taylor Green was good enough to put up 28 points. And we just beat Baltimore in the divisional weekend, who went 16-1. Much better performance out of our quarterback in this one. He threw 3 interceptions, and we still won. So even though it looked like our defense gave up more points than maybe some of the other games we've had, I mean, you can't be mad at that. So Kyle Hamilton, Sanders, Roquan all got picks, and Lamar didn't throw a single interception, and we still won. That is crazy, but I will take it. Headed to the AFC Championship, which is not something I thought would happen this fast, not gonna lie. So after beating the Chargers and then the Ravens, we get to play a Colts team in the AFC Championship. So one would think we should be able to cakewalk these boys, the fact that we're able to take care of the other two. But as you all know, it's any given Sunday. So let's see how this goes. We'll start off hot, 7-0. Defense gets a stop, and then they get a field goal. Can we go up 14-3, 10-3? All right, what about a touchdown here before half? No, but we have the ball after the first half, and they're going to tie it. It's 10-10. We need to lock in and get some points on the board, and it is now 10-10 with 1:45 left on the clock. So we're at our own 14. I guess it's time for me to jump in and see if we can't move us on to the Super Bowl. We're in the AFC Championship right now. This doesn't even feel like this would be an AFC Championship game, but here we are anyway. All right, so we're going to see Jaden Higgins. I like his... We're going to take him underneath, and that's going to be... What a catch by him, honestly. He had to hold on to that through traffic. But let's get out of that. Didn't like that play very much. Curl flats, and then let's throw Trey Tucker on a go. I like his speed, obviously. I think, actually, we have Hampton. What a dot. Give me a block, Trey Tucker. Oh, my goodness, man. What a ball by Taylor Green. That was a nice football on the run. And now we're getting closer and closer to field goal range. Would have loved to have stayed in bounds there, honestly. But let's go ahead and hand the rock to Hampton. Let's see what he can do for us here. I'm going to cut this inside. Didn't get much there. But as long as we're going to take off some clock, that is totally fine by me. Because we want this clock to keep churning. So now we're going to come back out here and pass it. Although we do have Higgins, or sorry, not Higgins. We have Taylor Green, who's fast. So we're in field goal range already. So 3rd and inches. But obviously we need a first down. We might just have to go to Brock Bowers here. Actually have that well covered. Why is he so slow now? But we're just going to go Jacoby Myers underneath. They do not call a timeout, so we'll call our first one. And now they just want us to run the football, obviously, which I might end up doing. But I wouldn't hate scoring either if they're going to leave Michael Mayer open or Maryland, which, by the way, Maryland's a superstar X factor, which is wild. So we have 2 tight ends. Do we have Brock Bowers? We do, and we'll take that. That's a closer field goal. What a drive so far, and we could settle for the field goal now, but I think I might just go ahead and put some points on the board here with a touchdown. Let's pad those stats here. So we'll go to Michael Mayer for the game-winning touchdown. You at least think it would be anyway. There's only 8 seconds, and just like that, we're headed to the Super Bowl. So screw the field goal. What a run this has been. Our defense has been phenomenal, and I hope they carry that into the Super Bowl. I would not have ever predicted us to be this good, but I think taking Mason Graham changed everything about this defense. But we'll go ahead and see who gets us in the Super Bowl. And now for the Super Bowl, playing the team that's always here. You guys don't need any introduction to who it will be. Of course, it is the Eagles. So back to fierce competition after playing the Colts. We start with the football here. So obviously the goal is to start fast, and let's see if we do just that. And we will. 7-0 start. Our defense starts even faster by getting a stop. Can we go up? Nope. They're going to tie it, though, aren't they? No, only a field goal. So that's good. So our defense so far is playing great. And it's only been 2 field goals from the Eagles so far. So let's go see if we can score on this drive. We do not. And if our defense gets us another stop, which I don't know if they will. We do. Okay. I think I'm going to jump in here. There's 5 minutes and 48 seconds left in this quarter. And obviously, we have a 1-point lead. So all we need to do is just burn the hell out of the clock and just score a touchdown, or never just let them see the ball again. Oh my goodness, Hampton does feel fast. Honestly, if I don't know if I would have taken that to the house, but it almost felt like I could have. But that was a 4-yard gain, which we'll take. They're bringing Zach Bond up. I'm going to still run this bad boy at them. So not a whole lot there. Maybe I should have came out of something different. I was thinking about throwing it downfield, but we didn't. So 3rd and 6, we need a first down in the worst way possible. I wonder if they leave Higgins open in the middle. No, but they will leave Brock Bowers wide open. So that could go all the way. Number 5 is probably going to catch me, though. So that is not going to be, which is okay, though. We can burn some more clocks. That's fine. So this is going well so far. 4 minutes and 41 seconds left. Don't know what I clicked. So I'm actually going to come out here and throw it again because looked like I had like a zone. I'm just going to go to Hampton. So Hampton is going to get us closer. 2nd and inches on the 6. Let me put on some chew clock, by the way. So let's see if we can't chew this clock a little bit. And we need 1 play or 1 yard for the first down. So let's see if we can't get that. And then we can burn some more clock if we don't get in the end zone off this play. And we will get a first down. And we're on the 1. So this is going to burn a little bit more clock, which is what we want. I'm not going to QB power this. I'm going to keep the ball in Hampton's hands, and he can get the touchdown at the 1, hopefully, as long as we don't get TFL'd here, which we're going to get stuffed. Oh, my goodness. We're going to be at the 1 still, though. But that's more clock we can burn. I believe in Hampton to get us in there eventually. We were so close. If not, I'll even dive in there if needed. But Philadelphia cannot stuff me 3 times. I can't allow that to happen. We'll get in this time. Okay. So we do leave them with plenty of time, obviously, to tie it up. But let's see if they do. And they go for 2 and tie it. Okay, that's fine. So we have the ball in our hands. This is fine. This is a great position to be in. 57 seconds left. All 3 timeouts. All we need to do is get in field goal range, and we can walk away as Super Bowl champions. That's easier. It's easy. It's obviously easier said than done. Oh, my goodness. Nobody came out of their break clean, though. Brock Bowers and Hampton were stuck. Those were the 2 guys I was looking at. 2nd and 21. If, oh my gosh, that's annoying. All right, whatever. It's all good. Move on. Next play. Higgins. We're going to take Brock Bowers underneath. Let's just get some yards back, and we'll take that. So 3rd and 7. I'm going to go no huddle because I don't want the Eagles to have much time left either. So 30 seconds left. They're bringing pressure, it looks like, potentially. They are. Oh, my goodness. I'm going to throw it to Hampton. Oh, my gosh. I really wanted to break a tackle there. 4th and 2 at the 20. We should punt this, but I'm not going to. You guys know what I'm going to do. I'm going to go for this. I'm a psychopath. I'm going for this. All right, so stick. Now, if I do this, we won't have a first down, but this moves the chains at least, and I'm fine with that. And we're going to hope we can just get something out of bounds because they're going to leave Bowers wide open for the first down. We're going to burn a last timeout, but as long as the ball is in our hands in this game, that's what I wanted. That's fine. And we're going to see if they don't allow Bowers or Mayer to get open on the left here. That's my hope. That's my corner I'm looking at. I'm going to throw Myers on a go as well. Let's see if they allow this to get open. So Mayer is going to be there, but does he get out of bounds? He does. That's what we wanted. 11 seconds left. Okay. And now the last thing I will do is I will go tight end attack. I will leave the ball in Mayer's hands. I just can't take a sack, which is, like I said, easier said than done. But we're not taking a sack. We are not taking a sack. 7 seconds left. So that burned about 4 seconds or so. So we're going to do that same exact thing. I want no time left remaining for this Eagles team. I don't want to even imagine what they could potentially do. But I think we just simply roll out again. And we just throw this away. So that's going to give us 2 seconds left. We kick the field goal. And boom, we can try to walk away Super Bowl champions on a Daniel Carlson field goal attempt. So they're going to tie. Yeah, so they call a timeout. 14-14. This to win it all over the Eagles. We're going to see if we can't. So let's see. Let's focus and concentrate. All right. So good. And we should be good. That should be the game. And we're going to walk away as champions in the Super Bowl. Our defense was phenomenal. Defense has been winning champions for us lately. And Geno Smith got a ring with the Raiders. He may not have started in the 2nd season, but I did not expect us to be this good right away, by the way. I truly believe Mason Graham changed everything. I don't know if we wouldn't have taken him. I'm not sure how good our defense would have been throughout this video, but I will take it. So let me know your guys' thoughts on the Geno trade. A little rich for my blood, not going to lie, but I do get it. The quarterback landscape, like I said, isn't great this offseason. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I will see y'all on Monday when the tampering period starts. A lot of things should break away over the weekend still as well. Guys are getting cut. Trades are happening. A lot is happening. It's a great time to be subscribed. So thank you all for watching. This Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.